So you talk a lot about, you throw this word around, asymmetry.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's the best asymmetric.
Yep.
However you say it, I'm not.
Investment opportunity.
Yes. So there's a book called, a very profound piece of literature called Financial Risk Management for Dummies.
Okay.
And what this book says is the foundation of risk management is determining alternative outcomes.
Okay.
So this being said, why is Bitcoin the best asymmetric trade? And also, what the heck is asymmetric trade? Or asymmetric risk?
Asymmetric risk, let's define that as you have a break-even line, okay? And when this is symmetric, where an outcome in both direction equally weighted is a symmetric outcome, right? You can make as much as you can lose.
Okay.
An asymmetric, so that was symmetric. Asymmetric could be this, or asymmetric can be this. So what is this one I just described?
You're going to lose a lot, or you're going to just say...
Okay, but there actually is a name for that asset? Yeah, but there is a name for that asset.
A hedge?
No.
Bonds?
Attaboy, it is. It's a bond. Bonds are asymmetric to the downside.
Yeah.
Because a bond will never participate in the upside of a company or country that's doing really well. They don't come in and say, we're going to increase your interest rate because we're doing so well. Those gains accrue to the equity holders. Okay? The flip side is, what is this versus this? Or maybe something like this. It could be equities, but it is actually Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin has so much upside. It has 100 times upside and 1 times downside. Don't think of things in percentages. Think in multiples of your capital at risk. Okay? And that's why I always say Bitcoin is the best asymmetric upside opportunity because it has easily, I could walk through the math, 100 times upside from here and 1 times downside. And Bitcoin's a better investment today than it was 5 years ago because the information has changed so much that the debt spiral is a reality. The response of the governments to COVID is in the books and it's over. All you can say is you have this amount of upside and I've never seen a better opportunity, which is also to say you don't have to own 100% of your allocation in Bitcoin. You can have 2, 3, 5% of your allocation in something that goes up 100-fold. That 5% already turns into 500% of your portfolio, everything else being equal. That's exciting. You get in your life probably 3 asymmetric trade opportunities or investment opportunities in your entire life. And Bitcoin's the best one I've ever seen. And most people are blind to it. And I'm trying to lay out the math as to why it's so
Why
beautiful.
are most people blind? Because I mean, I try to orange pill a lot of people, and I find it. I'm a pastor, so I'm evangelizing to people about Jesus Christ, and so I find these things sort of parallel because not many people get the Jesus thing, and not many people get the Bitcoin thing, so nobody's really buying anything I'm selling, it seems. But what is it about Bitcoin that is so difficult for people to grasp until? It just seems like there's just that, like you said, the penny drops and,
Right.
and that's it. But to get to that point, it seems...
Well, a lot of it is we're not taught it in school. Perhaps one of the best ways to appreciate Bitcoin is to realize how broken the fiat system is. But if they taught you how broken the fiat system is, no one would ever deposit their money in a bank.
Well, yeah,
Because they'd be like, oh my God. The risk of actually having a deposit in a bank is huge. But if people really knew how risky it was, they wouldn't have any deposits in the bank, and the banks couldn't make any loans to keep the fiat system working. So, there's a reason that you're not taught it in school. Humans there's optimists and pessimists, there's no question, but for things like new technology, humans are by and large pessimists. And, you lay down, and we were doing this last night with Ray and Yana, his wife, you lay down 100-time upside opportunity, and all everyone wants to focus is on the one turn downside. Oh my God, something can happen. Okay, yes, it's a probability analysis, but also all of this can happen, all of the upside. And you have to learn to weigh the upside against the downside. But you're taught by the central bankers and the bankers that, Bitcoin's a Ponzi. The people that know, like Jamie Dimon, that Bitcoin is the solution, he can't tell you that because it would mean he's shitting where he eats, right? His system is done. if he